Troutman family here. We're in Niagara Falls, Canada, and we're gonna share with you our top 4 favorite things to do while visiting here. Let's check them out.
Yeah.
My mission is to get families in the great outdoors and just empower people through learning outside. So for me and my family, I homeschool them, but at the same time, I'm all about that hands-on learning. So this week, we're exploring Niagara Falls, Ontario, and it's been a great educational session for our family. We've been active, we've been learning, engaged, and it's just a perfect family vacation. I'm gonna share with you our 4 favorite things to do here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and there's so many to mention, but here are 4 of our favorites. And the very first one is the zip line. The zip line's exciting, but it also gives you one of the best views of the falls. You can do a photo at the bottom as well. And for the whole family, you know, it's pretty mellow, it's not too extreme. It's so much fun that even Tucker, who's normally intimidated, wanted to do it twice. So as a family, that was really exciting for us.
My favorite thing was the zip line.
Number 2 on my list is Voyage to the Falls. This is like the thing that you have to do when you visit Niagara Falls. But for me, after doing jet boating, some other high adventure type things, I was like, oh, how exciting can this be? Boy, was I wrong. Voyage to the Falls really gets you up close to the waterfall. I mean, they don't just like get sort of close, they get really up close to the waterfall, and you can feel the intense power of the waterfall while you're hanging out at the base of the falls in the boat. So for me, Voyage to the Falls, I was pleasantly surprised just at how beautiful it was, but at the same time, how much it made me appreciate the river and the power of the falls itself.
And my favorite thing was the Voyage to the Falls, getting wet with Niagara City Cruises.
Number 3 for us, the kids insisted I add this in there. If you have a wet or rainy day, it's the arcade and games. So the kids definitely enjoyed. We had a couple wet days here, and the kids were cold and a little tired, so we just went and played at arcade for the day, and it was a lot of fun. The kids had never done it before. There's definitely a carnival-y theme here at Clifton Hill, Niagara Falls. So if you want some cold weather or just have a wet day and you're not really sure what to do, there's a million things to do over in Clifton Hill. So there are bowling, arcades, there are rides. We had a ton of fun.
My favorite was the arcade and the games and the shiny lights.
Number 4, and it's my personal favorite, so we're saving the best for last, is the Niagara Power Station. So this one sounds a little different. It was in fact the actual power station here, but what they did is they refurbished the building. It's got all of its original structure and the generators and a lot of the technology and everything that they were using to generate power is still inside the building. But what they've done is they've actually utilized this space to educate people about the environmental impact of dams. So for this one, for example, it doesn't dam the river to generate the power, it's just off to the side. So it's very unique and very forward thinking, but also it has a lot of lessons about culture, and then it also has a glass elevator that takes you to the very bottom, 18 stories down. It's a glass elevator, so it's kind of terrifying going down because, like I said, it's all the original structure. You go down in the glass elevator and you go out through one of the tunnels where the water used to go through, and you end up at the base of the falls. So this was really unique, not something I was expecting. Just the beauty of the building itself. It had all the old pipes and all the old structure, just everything was just, for me, just seeing the building itself was gorgeous. But then to walk, I think it's about a half a mile to the base of the falls and get that view on top of it, amazing. And to top it off at the power station, they have a light show every evening called Currents. And this light show isn't just a, I don't know what a light show is. I'm not sure what a light show is, but this one, they use the structure again of the building and the generators to play a part of educating us on how power is made, but also how they can use water to make power. But also it's very interactive. So the lights follow the kids around, there's a show, it's an education session. So for me as a parent, it was such a win So much so that we went to it twice in the same trip. So we saw it once and we had to go back again. What else is there that I could throw in? Those are my top 4, but if I had to throw in another one, I have to mention the helicopter ride. Yes, I'm terrified of flying, but it was so worth it to see the fall foliage here in Niagara, as well as that view of the falls. So it really gives you the appreciation of just another view. So when you're here, there's so many different ways to get that view of Niagara Falls. And I have to say that topping it off with the helicopter ride was adventurous. It was exciting. The kids were being brave. I was a little nervous, but it was so worth it, just like I said, because of the view itself. 100% recommend. And as far as that, that's my top 5 for Niagara Falls. You can see it right over there. But yeah, be sure to follow along on any of our channels to learn more about what you can do to get outside in the great outdoors as a family and some of these unique, amazing places. So be sure to give us a follow, and yeah, let's see where we go off to next.